noise.
Fire noise. Yeah, we gotta give it just a second because it always like delays until it says live, and then all of a sudden it pops in. It's big. We've been live for 9 seconds, so
Yeah. That's not how time works.
No, it does not. All right, fire noise.
What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode 213 of the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Scott.
And we are the STS Guys, a weekly podcast where we sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. What is going on this week, guys?
I don't know. Oh, yeah. It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It has been a week.
And only 1 week, because we recorded
yeah.
last week, too.
We're good boys.
Yeah.
We are good boys. And I have to say, for anybody, and I'll hit the button here in just a second, who's playing, it's been a little bit, so I'm going to give everyone the freebie of the on the bingo today.
Boop.
That was a good pop, too.
That was a good one.
That was a good pop. That
was really good.
It's brand new, so it's got a good, like,
Vacuum.
it's tight cork, right? So
Wait.
tight.
Ooh.
Wait, we haven't even talked about bingo in a little bit, so I got to play this.
Bingo!
That's right. If you want to play STS Guys Bingo, you can go to podcastbingo.com/STS Guys and play along. Shout out to Andrew from the Toy Rewind podcast for making that bingo card for us. It's been a couple of weeks since we talked about bingo. I did think about that the other day. I'm like, we haven't mentioned bingo in a while.
I have a feeling people aren't getting it as much because a quarter of the squares went away.
Yeah, we need to go back and revamp that.
Yeah.
I say just anytime it says Nate, we just switch it to Mike, even if it doesn't fit. Because I have it pulled up right now, and one of them says, Nate repeats what someone just said. So let's just put it to Mike repeats what someone just said. Or Mike buys a new Mezco fig.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That one's going to get a lot of use.
That one might be a stretch. But I'm sure Nate probably bought a new Mezco figure this week. So why don't you just cross that one off your bingo?
Yeah, no, that one counts.
See, based on it, I had an almost immediate bingo, but Nate buys a new Mezco fig is the one out of the 5 that I have.
You know,
in
really,
my list.
that one, you could just check his Instagram.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't have to be part of this, right?
That's true.
It turns into from bingo to scavenger hunt.
Right.
Yeah, it's a mixture of both. That's fun. STS Guys Scavenger Hunt. Somebody buy podcastscavengerhunt.com. Quick.
Let me go to 1 and 1. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if it's available. We're doing this with a slight delay, right?
Yeah, sure. 10
Podcast
seconds.
scavengerhunt.com.
I guarantee it's almost too long of a word.
It's pretty long. And scavenger is like hard to spell. And
dollar for the first year. Add to cart.
It's not bad. Well, I don't know what's going on, guys. We're all at home, so I mean that means none of us are at Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim.
No,
none of us are at Phoenix Fan Fusion because that's happening this weekend too.
I did see our friend Falcon got a nice photo op with Chuck Norris.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
At the con.
It was cool. He also got a booth selfie with Felicia Day, which was cool.
Which are their 2 highlighted guests?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say too. Those are that's about it. So,
oh my god, I know I talk about Steel City Con a lot, but their new list is off the chain.
Is it? I haven't seen it. If you want to pull it up, I'm interested. Yeah. Because the last one was really good, right? That was the one with Chevy Chase and all the vacation people, and they had a lot of really good stuff.
Oh my god, it's bonkers.
Did you guys see they added
Zachary Levy, Michael
Zachary Levy,
John Carpenter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna tell anybody
cool.
Go there and see John Carpenter because that dude old. He ain't gonna be around much longer.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Jennifer
Cool.
Carpenter. It's like the whole cast
Yeah.
of Dexter.
Yeah, the whole cast of Dexter's coming to Dallas Fan Expo.
Was
Yeah.
it Malin
Oh, yeah.
Ackerman? Yeah. Dude,
I'm probably gonna go to meet Malin Ackerman. She's great and everything. Alicia Silverstone, Paula
Yeah, it's
Abdul,
Oh, really?
Michael
Paula
Joey
Abdul.
Rooker.
Fatone,
Paul Abdul's a surprise.
Will Wheaton.
He's not
James
bad.
Remar.
He gets around.
Michael
but,
Bean. Edward
John-
James Olmos.
Mm-hmm.
That's wow. I just pulled it up too. Like
Joey
Uh,
Fat One.
Wayne Knight, but the list, like I'm scrolling through it, it's just quantity wise, there's a lot of people,
Oh man.
Yes.
So
which is
so-
nice.
when is this con?
Mm,
August
August?
12th.
August
Right,
12th.
Mike, are you going?
I might. Why? What do you need?
Okay. Because I have that Jurassic Park photo or
Oh.
poster
Oh.
signed by Jeff Goldblum. I may
Need
have
Wayne
to
Knight.
send that to you so that you can have Wayne Knight sign that.
Yeah, if I go, I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know. Because
Yeah,
that might be a good thing. I'll
I'll have to look it up after the podcast, but I think Wayne Knight's actually doing a send-in. I
he?
think in one of my collectibles groups, I think that I
Did they
saw
say-
like, a
okay.
Wayne Knight send-in.
send in thing to have him sign
Yeah.
that. Because if I could get, that's another good one to try to get to add.
Yeah, he's right.
There's
Plus,
not-
he was on
there's not-
Seinfeld.
Yeah, there's not many of the Jurassic Park folks that tend to go to cons, so getting the signatures is difficult. So when I see one, hence Jeff Goldblum jumping on that, right? Like I was like, all right, I got to do this. So yeah, having Wayne Knights would be cool.
Their stuff's not that expensive. I mean, Michael C. Hall and Zachary Levi are only $150 for photos,
That's not bad at all.
It's not
right?
bad. Yeah.
Considering like Ace Comic Con prices back in the day would have put them at like $400 or $500.
Zachary
Yeah.
Levi's Chuck.
Yeah.
I think that's even higher than he has been in the past. I think he was at Fan Expo Dallas
It's all
last
that
year.
It's all that Shazam money,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
thing.
Shazam too. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
it's
think he's
bumping
even
him up.
creeping up a little bit, which is fair, but that's still a good price. So we talked about Dexter at Fan Expo. Jeremy, are you going to see? Are you going to try to get a cast piece done by everybody from Dexter?
But from Dexter, I might. Like I said,
You're going to be busy though with the Kevin Smith stuff.
I'm gonna be busy with the Kevin Smith stuff. Plus, I'm also doing I'll pull in stuff with Jim Lee.
Yeah,
from
that's
from
right.
the comic side,
That's right.
because Jim Lee hasn't been attending a ton of cons lately, just because he's the CEO
No.
of DC Comics, so he doesn't do the con circuit a whole bunch.
Especially the smaller ones, like he always does like a panel at like San Diego and stuff.
Yeah.
but you like, and maybe you can win an autograph ticket like at the DC booth or
Yeah.
something, but he's not like accessible by any means.
But
so.
yeah, so he had actually separate autograph tickets.
I saw that, yeah.
for that, so which I actually ended up getting those.
Cool. And you get like a couple things with that too,
Yeah,
right? Like
you
he
get, like,
sends
a-
like 3 books or something.
Signs 3 witness books.
Yeah.
Plus you said you get a lithograph that he signs. Plus I said you get pictures with them, like and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so
like,
totally worthwhile. It's not
Oh, yeah.
even it's not even just
I'm
one.
a huge Jim Lee fan. Like Jim Lee is like one of my favorite all time, like I said, comic artists. Like I said, just because I said, hey, that initial run of relaunch of X-Men, I said back in '92, like
Yeah, dude. I
He-
mean, Jim Lee, with the '90s X-Men, like, dude, it's
I
of
literally
stuff,
here
yeah.
one second.
It's pretty cool, man. I did forget about that. What's Jeremy getting? Scott, are you going to Dallas?
I'm gonna try
How far away is Dallas from y'all?
3 hours,
Yeah.
That's not bad.
3.5 hours.
No, like in preparation for Jimmy, I literally got the entire, like I said, the connecting cover thing. So I'm gonna do like
Oh,
a
cool.
whole like, connecting cover spread.
That's very cool. Nice,
for
man.
Jim Lee to sign.
That'll be cool. I did see that 2 of the guys from 3 Beers and a Mic are going to be there as well. Not Dwayne, the other 2. So,
The Rock and Johnson.
yeah, Adam and Raimi, I think is the other guy's name. So they were excited about checking out Fan Expo because I don't think they've been, right. They're Houston guys, so don't always make it up to Dallas. So that should be cool.
Yeah.
Chuckload of
one
Comics
we
is going to
went
be there,
right?
That's the one you went to with Sully and Pop Collectors Alliance, right? Rick and Piper.
Yes,
So
so
yeah, Rick and
that's-
Piper will be there.
I was gonna say that's right in their.
Yeah,
Their
I'm
neighborhood
pretty
anyway,
sure
so-
Rick moved to Florida.
yeah.
Oh,
So-
did they?
Piper
No,
might be there.
He did. Piper will be there. Well, Rick came out last year. So he might come back.
I
but you're
think he was still living in Texas at that point.
No, he had just moved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He had moved. So it was right before the store opened. So maybe he was coming back more for the store opening. But yeah, you guys are right. So Piper will be there. Chuckload of Comics will be there. So it should be a good time. There's gonna be some other friends.
They also added a whole bunch of wrestlers too.
I did see that. A bunch of wrestlers, right?
Get your pops ready, Larry.
WWE did a deal with like Fitterman Sports, which is based out of Texas, to be their like exclusive signer. So like they just got a ton of people. Like the Bella Twins are going to be there. Alexa Bliss, Edge, yeah. It's Undertaker, I think.
Undertaker,
too. Like it's a pretty good list, man. So I don't know. We'll see.
Ric Flair,
woo. He's speaking of old, like
that's another old.
He's
one.
John Carpenter old.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So some good cons. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Did I do anything? Mike's got something. What did you do, Mike?
I got that new Lego Van Gogh set.
Oh,
okay. Like Vincent
nice.
Van Gogh.
Yeah, Starry Night.
The Starry Night.
Oh,
Lego.
yeah. That's right. I saw that. That was really cool. Right, it's a piece of art.
It is. You can hang it on the wall.
Oh, really?
It comes.
Cool.
It's like an actual, like it looks like a painting.
Like a frame.
Yeah,
it's like a
pretty
frame
dope.
painting. Yeah, it's super
That's
cool.
awesome.
It's cool as hell.
I do have to say, Lego in the last few years has totally stepped up, like the for adults Lego section.
Well, they had to, right?
Yeah. Because all the kids that grew up with Lego are now adults, and they're like, I don't want to play with the little kid stuff.
It's because I said the kids these days. I said they're more into tablets and iPhones and
so you gotta go
and stuff like that. So they had to. So like, where's our money at? Oh, these the kids who couldn't actually afford the shit now.
Yeah. So they can afford it. So let's make it a really expensive DeLorean, and let's have them put it together. And of course,
I have been waiting for that DeLorean to come back in stock because I slept through the first sale.
I was going to reach out, but because I was at the Lego store. God, we were traveling somewhere, and we stopped by a Lego store, and I saw it sitting there.
That's one that I sent to him. Like I said,
we found we went to the mall to go get something somewhere. So I saw one too the other day. It's like, oh,
motherfucker!
But I thought you had it.
You need to get 3 of them, right? Because you can only make one of each one, and there's 3 different ones you can make, and I'm not going to change them.
No, once you put it together,
and then it's done.
Yeah, I was gonna say all you need is 2, but
2's the coolest one.
Yeah.
I'm getting something pretty cool in the mail.
Are you?
Uh-oh.
Is it hot?
Well,
yes, but no.
Well, no, you could say that. Like, I actually did not buy any Hot Toys.
Oh no.
This way, but I got an update from an order I put in.
Oh, I saw this photo.
Yeah.
Oh,
So from my crappy experience at Fear Fest or Texas Frightmare Weekend, I did the send-in service for Robert England, and he freaking put on the glove. Like, how awesome is that?
I mean, first off, he had to open up that box, see that it was that glove, and went, "Oh hell yeah!" Right? Like, put that thing on. Like,
well, and like, right,
you look so happy.
You mentioned the last episode, I think, that his wife sent you an email and was like, hey, he's doing some cons, don't worry, you'll get your stuff back. I mean, she clearly took this awesome picture of him like sitting on the couch with your stuff. It's
his
really
wife
cool.
sent me the picture.
It's really cool that they
is
did
super
that.
Cool. Yeah, and the fact that he signed both the poster and the glove with the "Welcome to Primetime, bitch," right? So that is cool. But I have to say, I love the fact that where he signed it on the poster is he just circled.
Oh yeah,
he circled
his name on the poster.
It's pretty cool.
How badly do you guys want to be in some B movie that has a cult following and just be able to do that?
Oh,
forever.
That would be amazing,
right?
Yeah. Like we'd all go to all the cons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I don't care if I sell 5 autographs. Cool, whatever. Like I would just be super happy to do that every weekend. Like Ming Chen does. Like he's not making that much money off of selling stuff. He just gets to go around to different cities each month or each weekend. It just
does whatever.
Yeah, and they pay for him to do that.
Exactly. So yeah, cool. Anything you make on there, it's like beer and food money, and you're having a good time.
It's It's basically you pay for my vacation.
Free vacation all
Right.
over the country, man. Yeah. That would be that's the dream right there. That would be cool.
So I thought it was cool that that he sent the picture. I said, and then like I said, he friggin' put on the glove. Like,
yeah,
the fact that you have a photo of him wearing it. So what you have to do now is get a that photo, print it out, and when you put the glove on display, put that with the glove to show that like it's actually been worn. By Robert Englund, like not just like he didn't sign it, he put that shit on.
Yeah. So if anything, like I said, I think that the shitty experience at Texas Frightmare actually ended up working out better, because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten that.
No. So, that's way better than a table photo or something.
That's 100 times better than a table photo.
It's so she did a really good job. That was really nice of them. So like they said, it's frame worthy. Like it's that nice of a picture. You got to print it out.
Yeah. Print it out.
Unlike your good printer, not unlike your inkjet.
Oh no! Like I said, I'll
take it somewhere.
I'll Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon prints.
Amazon prints. Like
Amazon prints get a decent photo.
$2 for an 8x10. Best deal in town.
And put it.
Wait, they do that?
Yeah.
It's even better if you have the Amazon Photos app. You can just directly from the app, like so. If you use it as because I use Amazon Photos as my photo server, so I have all my devices hooked to it, so they automatically upload photos. So if anybody takes a photo on their phone,
and they're super cheap for like 11x14, you can do custom sizes.
Why they pitch their stupid audiobook thing to me constantly?
Oh, this is so
and
much
this
better.
Is something I would use, and they don't fucking tell me about it.
Yeah.
It is good. Like Jeremy said, it's good for the oversized stuff too. I think 11x14s are like $5, and 16x20s are maybe like 10. And that's shipped. Like that's a really good deal.
Yeah, it's good pricing.
For
and
awesome,
they have deals
like,
every once in a while
photos.
where you can get like, print 50 for like super cheap, and you can just select them on your app, the photos you want, and go.
These motherfuckers.
Very cool. I thought of what I had. It slipped my mind because I did it last Sunday. Scott reminded me because he said he went to the mall. I went to the mall last Sunday. To the AMC theaters to see the Bob's Burgers movie.
Did you get advanced screening?
I did because
I got doing that anywhere around me.
Sorry, man. I got they had an advanced screening on Tuesday at Alamo Draft House, which I had tickets to. But then I got the email from AMC because I still own that one share of AMC stock that I strategically kept. So I got the invite to the investor screening, which was on Sunday, which was before the Alamo one. So I canceled my Alamo. We went almost like a week early, saw the Bob's Burgers movie. It was great. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. You need to see it. Awesome. Even if you're just a slight fan, it was
I'm
so
going
good.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it was so good.
Tomorrow at noon.
Nice.
It's devastated. They had those like fan premieres or whatever that you could go to for free. None in 100-mile radius of me.
Nah, it sucks.
Boo.
No, they still get to go tomorrow, so it'll be
fucking
cool.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised. Like, I mean, you think like Pittsburgh would have got one. Pittsburgh's
Yeah,
a big
you'd
enough
think.
city.
Yeah, you'd think
They
Pittsburgh
should
would.
have.
Yeah, you'd think.
Big enough town, big enough city.
But no. Oh well. But yeah, that's what I did. What about you, Scott? I think you haven't gone. Did you buy anything?
Did I buy anything? Yeah, I spent all my money.
You dropped your entire load.
I dropped it. So I'll just kind of caveat with this. So a while ago, Jeremy and I went on a trip. We told the story about the crazy Russian driver in a car.
Oh, you mean the Beefy's cabin?
Near Beefy's cabin episode. Yeah, the Beefy's cabin episode. If you go back, let's do it. Talked about Jeremy and I and our friend Ante got a little inebriated. We took an Uber back. Happened to be a Russian driver in a Tesla. And we drove it, and I kind of fell in love with
Tesla.
You want to feel Tesla?
Yeah, the KGB guy.
So KGB guy, and really enjoyed, like, fell in love with the car, right? Like during that drive, I was like, dude, I actually really like this. Was in the market for a new car. It's gonna get something different. That's actually because of the chip shortage and the dealers hikes were way more than what I paid for this one. So, but ended up, getting the Tesla Model 3 long range. So.
Auto drive, right? You got the auto drive?
I got the auto drive, and I have been playing the auto drive.
Cool.
It is pretty cool. Like Like you don't even realize, like, you like just driving through my neighborhood, I can just double tap it, turns on, drives, and then it sees stop signs, and it full on just like pulls up and stops at the stop sign, and then waits. And when I tap the gas to say like, all right, it's safe to go, it just goes on. Goes on its merry way. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Turns, it'll make turns for me and stuff. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
That's cool as hell.
It's not perfect. So what I've equated it to is this though. If you ever driven with somebody who's had their license for like a day or 2 days, that's the autopilot.
Kind of jerky.
It's a little jerky, a little scary. Like when it was coming on a car that was like stopped, right? And it was like pulling up behind it. It's like, it's not stopping. I would have started hitting the brakes at this point. And it's like, all right, stop.
No, where you'll love that
like,
at is long road trips. Like, because I said that's where, like I said, like mine isn't anywhere near as advanced as a Tesla, but like I said, just turning it on a road trip, it's fantastic.
So I got with the auto side, the thing that I think I'll use the most out of it is when you're driving on a freeway, you can just plop it onto auto drive. So it puts you in the lane, keeps you in your lane, right? And keeps you at your speed, or then it'll give you a distance behind any cars. What I think is really cool is when you're doing that, if you're like, oh, this car in front of me is like slowing me down. If you just hit the blinker, it will automatically change lanes for you. So all you tell it when you want it to change lanes on a freeway, you just hit the blinker and the car does all the work to be like, all right, I'll move over into this next lane. And then you can keep going and then hit the blinker and it goes back over. So that's what I think is cool is it's what you said, like the adaptive like autopilot, or the cruise control. Mm-hmm. But the fact that it keeps you in the lanes, but then like, oh, if I want to drive, like I don't actually have to do anything. I can just kind of tell it what I want it to do, and it does it for me. So yeah, just cruising down the road, it'll be cool.
The future is here.
Yeah.
Sounds like that Dallas Fan Expo in like 2 weeks is the perfect road trip to take your car up north. Just can't use it driving through Waco because Waco's a mess. But once you get past Waco, you'll be good.
Waco's like Tucson. It's like the entire roads are always under construction.
Always broke down.
It's the worst.
Which is surprising because you bring up the early things. Jeremy, you mentioned Tucson. I looked at that was one of the areas. So Tucson had some of the free screenings for Bob's Burgers,
really,
but Pittsburgh didn't. Like Tucson of all places got that.
That's surprising. Yeah,
freaking Tucson.
I agree. Tucson Comic-Con, September. It's coming.
So Larry, you're gonna go?
I might, depending on how bored I am that weekend.
Is there gonna be another Cara Benito concert?
If they give you free tickets?
Yeah, I mean, if they need to invite some guests too and make it worth my while, but we'll see.
Still, CityCon does not give free tickets.
No,
we've tried. We were going to be announcers for them.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
And they're like, nah. Also, you don't get free tickets.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Really?
Vinny. Yeah,
oh, that's so stupid.
You know how they have the people come on the live or the loudspeakers to announce shit?
Yeah.
They have the worst guy. So we were going to do it, and then they're like, nah, we'll get some anime babe to do it.
Oh.
Well, that probably ended up being better.
No.
Better than Mike and Josh?
Yeah. Like, I'll just enjoy my free tickets to San Diego.
Yeah.
We'll do San Diego and Seattle and WonderCon, and then none of the other ones.
Yeah.
No, I think Dallas gave us free tickets.
Yeah. Tucson's the one that had given us free tickets and had then changed their mind the one time because they didn't appreciate
you're talking bad about Jake the Snake.
Our candidness of the conversation we had with Jake the Snake Roberts, which their invited guest, that might have not been appropriate towards us. It's not my fault that I repeated it.
He may have
this snake.
He may have made a couple of dick jokes that we to be fair, we thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, they were.
And I said when an invited guest invites us over to talk to him. I
got yelled at.
Yeah.
When we got yelled at by security because we were talking to Ming.
Yeah.
So,
security yelled because we had the camera up, and he's like, "No, it's okay." Like, and they're like, "No," and he's like, "It's okay."
Oh, Tucson.
They came down. So
I don't know. Anybody have anything else, or did anybody, I don't know, spend all day watching TV yesterday like I did?
Well, that Steam
not
Deck's
yet.
still awesome.
Oh, is it? Any new game that you are
I've been
particularly
playing
right
that
Guardians
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, that's a good game.
now? Oh, cool.
It's
Surprisingly
And
good.
it plays
Yeah.
it great.
Yeah.
And the Steam Deck, I'm very surprised it doesn't get that hot. I can play Guardians for about 4 hours, and the battery holds up. It's pretty dope.
That's as good as the Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't mean to derail. Stranger
that's
Things,
okay.
right?
But so okay. Before we get into that, there's another movie that I wanted to talk about last week that we need to bring up because I don't want it to get lost before we move into Stranger Things or Obi-Wan. Right, like that comes up. We have to talk Chip and Dale because I
Such
know
a great movie.
Did you watch it?
Yeah,
watched
oh,
it?
I
Yeah.
think
Oh,
we've
yeah.
all watched it at this point.
Yes.
I knew as the last week. We have to talk about this because there's a couple things. My question is, how the fuck
Randy
Did-
Marsh.
Disney get the licensing? Not just Randy Marsh. You had a couple of Nickelodeon shows in there.
Well,
Everything.
Disney owns Nickelodeon. No, Viacom owns
Viacom
Nickelodeon.
does. So you had
Yeah.
that. You had some Cartoon Network, which
yeah.
is another kind of, I think, what is that?
I
Warner
think that's
Bros?
Viacom too.
Viacom, right? So
Mhm.
they had a bunch of those. So it wasn't just like I was expecting just
Disney.
the Disney characters, but the one scene
Yeah.
where you had all the Seth Rogen's animated characters,
Yeah.
all right
Yeah.
there. So you had except for one, they didn't have the hot dog, but
Sausage.
from Sausage Party, but and that scene because it was like a Disney. You had Bob from DreamWorks and the
Yeah.
Mantis from DreamWorks, so.
Yeah.
They had multiple studios who were like, yeah, it's cool to use our animated characters for this.
Well, apparently they got Ugly Sonic
Yeah.
because they never not called him, like they always called him Ugly Sonic. So it was covered under parody. They didn't need permission to use Sonic.
That's awesome.
And it's not the exact one.
No, it's not the same
Yeah.
model. If you look, they do look different. But
so they
apparently
just-
they got away from it because they called him Ugly Sonic whenever they talked about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the official one was just Sonic, who was
Sonic.
ugly.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not the it's not the
It's
same
not the
thing.
same. It's not the same.
That's what made that movie, right? That was fairly
Oh.
early on, maybe like the first 15 minutes when they first
Well,
dropped
it's
that.
a big.
And
It's a
Well, he's
yeah,
a big part of the
I was-
movie.
big plot
yeah,
point
yeah,
of the movie.
yeah.
Tigra, like,
I was all in at that point. It was hilarious. It was
But
hilarious.
they had He-Man and Skeletor.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
He-Man and Skeletor.
They had
Peter
tons of
Pan's
surprises.
henchman was the Coke Bear,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yeah. My
Like-
Little Pony was in there for a little
Yeah,
bit.
My Little
All
Pony.
of, yeah, the
Everything.
entire like I said the entire My Little Pony.
It kind of reminded me of what like Ready Player One should have been,
Yeah.
with a variety of surprising like Easter egg kind of stuff. But no, Chip and Dale did it better than Ready Player One could.
Yeah, so
Like, seriously,
to me,
I'm
it's
surprised.
real
I said they should have released that in the theater.
They
Like,
should
oh,
have.
yeah,
That
sure.
would've
I
done-
am
that would've-
shocked that they didn't release that in the theater.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I said that, like, that was a great movie.
It's
It's probably the
the-
best streaming movie I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
I want to say.
Straight
And
to
I-
streaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the quality of it was so self-aware about what it was that I think is why I appreciated it, right? Because they implicitly
Oh, yeah.
call out the whole thing of like, oh, it's gone downhill. They're rapping now when it's tossed to Alvin and the Chipmunks, right? And then they make them rap later,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh God,
Right.
we can't do this. Like,
Even the end when they're like said something about we're gonna have a current pop star come sing the theme song, even though everybody just wants to hear the original version, and then
Right.
they dropped the updated song.
updated
It didn't even
one,
play
right.
the original version, which I was sitting there waiting for the entire time. But it made me laugh. Like it was good.
So good.
Yeah,
it was way better than it should have been. Is what
5
I'll
out of
say.
5 for me. Like
5
5 out of 5.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 6 out of 5. It was that
Yeah.
good.
Phenomenal.
I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Doctor Strange 2.
Yep.
Like sitting there
Yeah.
watching it, I legit enjoyed the movie. Doctor Strange 2 was just like another Marvel movie. This was fun and new, and it was
different.
like Jeremy said, this kind of the surprise movie for straight to streaming.
Yeah. And I
Crazy.
didn't know how they were going to handle the whole like Chip and Dale have different voices, in the show.
Yeah.
It's not
Well, they're
Tom Mulaney,
actors.
but they're
Yeah.
actors, and so
Yeah.
and occasionally they jump into and they play the Chip and Dale voices,
especially when they start arguing. Yeah, when
they arguing,
yeah,
it gets all high pitched like in the Disney cartoons, and then at certain points, both Chip and Dale revert back to their what their characters sound like from the TV shows. You're like, oh, they're just playing.
Well, and just like
that's just the voice that they give for the show.
The overall meta jokes too, like, oh look, you have a goofy ear now.
Yeah,
yeah,
you got a Snoopy ear.
Yeah. That was good.
That's freaking awesome. Like
It was great.
It was a great.
I
movie.
would like to know how they did get away with the Batman versus ET.
Yeah,
that was
insane, right?
Awesome. Yeah. Wasn't there like a Fast and the Furious with babies too?
Yeah, Fast and Furious babies.
Yeah,
that was good. Yeah.
God.
Mr. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
With
Helen Mirren.
With Helen Mirren.
Yeah. And then like right, you guys mentioned Paul Rudd.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. AUNT. Yeah, that was.
Where I love how they show the photo of Ant-Man right in there, and it's him in the Ant-Man costume being kissed by a bunch of older ladies.
Yeah, it's awesome. I kind of want to see it. I kind of want to see it.
It's so good.
Yeah,
they did so well with it.
Like I said, best straight to streaming movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, honestly, best way I've seen ever to bring back an old property, right? Like it's not a reboot, it's not a rehashing. It's a very clever way to be like, oh, that was just a show. Here's we're gonna follow the character, like the people who were like the actors who did the show, and we're gonna follow them around as
21st century Roger Rabbit too. Like
it's
just 21st century Roger Rabbit. Like it's
a lot of big people in it too.
Yeah,
including
J.K. Simmons, Roger Rabbit.
Roger doing the Roger Rabbit with Roger Rabbit.
Yeah,
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett was Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big Pete.
Yeah, that whole thing was good too, right? Peter Pan grew up and he was kind of creepy and a bad guy.
Well, apparently that's what happened to the voice actor from Peter Pan. So people are kind of upset about it because apparently it didn't end very well for that guy.
Oops.
Yeah.
Whatever. I hope they do something with it. Like I said, well, in the end too, like I said, where you basically have like a Darkwing Duck asking for a Darkwing Duck reboot.
Yeah. There you go. That's the spin-off sequel.
They could probably do a sequel to this, right?
You could
absolutely
do it where because the character at the end makes their like detective agency for other tunes, so they could go with like a whole we're just gonna go find another cartoon is
a new mystery.
Mystery for the actors to go and solve with and somehow it relates back to Disney afternoons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like,
something happens.
Something happens to the kids, or
or the gummy bears, or there's so many things. Tailspin, like
I forget it does have had the gummy bears there, right at the end. So they're there. You had Baloo, so you could do Tailspin.
Scrooge McDuck was there swimming in his money.
In the bathhouse.
In the bathhouse, they had just a bath of money for him.
Any of those, right? If something happens to one of those characters, it preferably in the Disney afternoon universe, and there you go. There's your movie.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh yeah,
great.
It's got to happen.
Pleasantly surprised. I was pleasantly surprised at that movie. Like I went in with zero expectations and was completely blown away.
Yeah, same thing. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. John Mulaney and like, not that I have anything against it, but like Andy Samberg and John Mulaney are playing Chip and Dale. Like that's gonna be weird. This is just a weird grab.
They explained it very well, and they didn't spend too much time on it.
Yeah,
right. Like
perfect pacing.
Well, and they never brought up like to that same point though. To Mike's point, they never actually implicitly said, "Oh, there's just this thing." It's just at one scene you see them talking in the voices, and they say "cut," and they flip to the John Mulaney and Andy Samberg voices. Like, "All right, cool, get my guy like ready to go." You're like, "Oh shit, that's just
they're actors.
They're actors. That's the voices they're putting on for the accent they're using for the show." It's like that is awesome.
So good.
It was good.
The voice of Zipper was amazing.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a different
the Allstate guy.
Update.
The Allstate guy. Yeah.
Well, And the fact that they had Gadget and Zipper ended up together.
Yeah.
with like 47 kids.
Yeah, all the little fly kids.
So good.
That was good.
Yeah. No, so I wanted to talk about that because I needed to bring this up because we didn't get a chance to get to it last week.
Yeah,
like,
Greg,
we have to talk about this because I need more of that.
Yeah,
Disney, give me more of these.
Yeah, that was good, Scott. I'm glad you remembered because I totally forgot about that because it's been a week.
Yeah.
And like so much good stuff dropped on Friday that it was kind of an afterthought. So speaking of which, how far did you guys get in Stranger Things? Did you finish?
I'm 2 episodes in. I got so distracted by Will's haircut. And Will, like he looks terrible.
Oh
he does
like
look
he
bad.
did not age well at all.
He did not grow into the little kid's haircut.
So look at Jonathan. Jonathan looks like he's 40.
Yeah. He looks bad too.
Yeah, like I don't know.
I think you waited too long.
I'm having a hard time getting into like I said this season of Stranger Things. I think that's why I'm only 2 episodes in because I'm like I didn't have to watch it all right away. I'm like eh.
Yeah, I'm halfway through episode 3. So I'll probably finish that tonight and watch the rest tomorrow.
Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah, I'll finish it up this weekend. But yeah, like it's okay.
Here, by the way,
I don't know
is
what's
this? I wanted to pull this up because I saw this earlier and I had to
Jonathan's crazy hair. Oh, it's Will. Oh,
Will's, but like,
yeah, he looked. What's Mad TV, right?
Mad TV.
Miss
Yeah.
Kwan.
This is Quan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
talking about hair.
I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I thought they replaced the actor at first. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that can't be the same guy.
It's worse than her hair.
Yeah.
We finished it. We watched. It took till like
Whoa.
midnight, but we went to Terry Black's, got some barbecue, and then he came home and watched Stranger Things for the rest of the day. So we finished it. I liked it. It was good. It's different. I saw some people on Twitter complaining that it felt different than the other seasons, but I think it's because the kids are older and they're not kids anymore, and it's that whole thing's kind of awkward, like Jeremy mentioned. But
it's hard.
3 more episodes, right? 3 more episodes coming in July.
I think so.
And then a
They
5th season.
Yeah,
one more season. Like I'm just like I said, I'm. It's almost like it's too late now because the kids are too old, and it takes me out of. It takes the magic away from me, right?
It lost some of the nostalgia.
It's no longer Goonies, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the thing. Like I compared it
That's
back
fair.
in the day. That was like basically like a Goonies-esque story with the kids, but when they're not kids. I can like pick any show on the CW, and it's the same fucking thing now. Like,
Well, that's why I didn't rewatch. I was going to rewatch 1 through 3 before the new season. Then I'm like, nah, I think they're going to be a weird time jump.
I tried doing that. I got through
Yeah.
the first season. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this.
I did too. I started super late. First season's really good. I'm a couple episodes in. But so I just checked, right, to Mike's point, there's 7 episodes in season 4, part 1. And then there are 2 more episodes in part 2, which drops July 1st.
And each of those are over 2 hours long.
I think so.
it's
Yeah.
like an hour and 50 minutes or so, and then one of them's like 2 hours and 15, something like that.
I would have been okay with them going, you know what? No season 5. This is the last one.
Yeah.
To be fair, we don't know the end. We don't know the end of this one to know how it's going to go. But like, how much more can you go in this? Like before you have to move it on or switch to go switch it to the 90s with a new set of kids.
Well, apparently there's going to be a spinoff.
Yeah, that seems likely.
But
you have to go that route.
They can't wait another 2 years to do the final season. They better be doing that shit now.
Yeah. Well, and I was reading an article. It said like, hey, like I said, the COVID kind of screwed them up a whole bunch while filming.
Sure.
So they're saying, hey, we're not gonna have a forced 6-month break like we had, like I said, filming this last season. So hopefully that shouldn't happen. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I thought I'd be way more into it than what I have been.
I can't believe I'm the only one out of the four of us that finished it.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
I actually turned on Obi-Wan. I actually watched the first two episodes of the Obi-Wan.
Wow.
I said over continuing on in Stranger Things past episode 2.
I'm going to say a confession here because I'm a bad fan. I have not touched Obi-Wan yet, and I'm about where you're at, Jeremy. 2 episodes.
Yeah.
To go back to Jeremy mentioned something too about like nostalgia. I will say this season has a lot less of that, right? Like I was thinking there's a season, the first season had tons of it, right? They're playing Star Wars toys and there's just a lot of like little 80s things in it.
The Ghostbusters backpacks.
Yes, the Ghostbusters Halloween costumes, like season 2, I think. The Starcourt Mall in season 3, like that. Like there's a whole bunch of nostalgia. This season doesn't really have that. Yeah, it's set in the 80s, but it doesn't. It's missing some of those like pop culture references that you got.
I wouldn't have known it was 86 and until they said it a bunch of times.
Keep saying it. Yeah,
they keep saying it's 1986.
They have to remind you because they can't show you anything of like, oh, what's happening in like the world, right? Yeah.
I'm just thinking even later it comes up again about how it's 1986, so it's
I did watch
obvious
half of the first season of Shoresy before I started Stranger Things.
What is Shoresy?
Shoresy, it's a spin-off of Letterkenny.
Letterkenny spin-off where he's playing hockey.
That's on Hulu, right? Like
yeah.
I haven't
Shoresy, he's the really foul-mouthed hockey player that they never show. Well, he has his own show now called Shoresy, and it's great.
I haven't started that. I just like now. Like I love Letterkenny, right? Like so but I saw it on Hulu. I'm like, I just have to start it.
It's just more Letterkenny.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
So,
but I mean, you gotta get Stranger Things done this week, right? Because next week's The Boys and Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Like I said, here's the thing. It's gonna be The Boys 100% over
Miss Marvel.
So,
what?
Yeah. So no, it's gonna be because you have The Boys, you have Miss Marvel, you got still Obi-Wan running.
There's gonna be a new Obi-Wan,
yeah, like so.
And the Orville.
The Orville comes back, which I'm excited for.
Yeah, I am too.
Which is great because it turned into a parody of Star Wars or Star Trek. It started off as a parody to Star Trek because Seth MacFarlane is a huge Star Trek fan, right? Like always has been, and so like. Apparently the only way he could convince somebody to give him a Star Trek show was to make it as like a parody of it. But then after the first like half of the first season, they kind of dropped the parody thing and it became pretty much as good, if not better than most of the Star Trek content. Yep. Like it's actually a good show and it's got some like good storyline. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Bummed it's probably going to be its last season.
Yeah,
because MacFarlane said no to season 4, and I don't know if anybody else could write it as good as he did.
No.
Yeah.
No, it has to come from.
Might not want them to try.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Goldbergs.
And if he leaves as like an actor too, like it's like he's a very large part of that show, and like they have had actors leave, and it never goes well in series like that to replace another. An actor or mid-season or whatever and to place the main one, it just won't work.
They could just bad deep fake them for weddings and stuff, right? And graduations.
Yeah.
That's what the Goldbergs are doing with Jeff Garland. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the one? I think it was the last episode where he's just like sitting in the chair and he doesn't move.
Yeah.
They keep bringing it back to him. Yeah. Just to prove that he's still there and alive.
Well, they got season 10, so we're going to see how they address it. They got to kill him off, right?
Have to at this point. Yeah. It was just awkward that he kind of disappeared. Yeah. And then all his friends and
are still hanging out.
Yeah, a lot, which is weird. I'm still watching it. It's just
not I'm never not going to watch it. But
no, it's not the same though.
No, it's not. It's gotten weird over COVID though. There's only one or two actors in the scenes, and it's
that's true. It's probably a smaller, right? Like the cast is more spread out. And like Adam Goldberg left the show at some point. I don't know
he did?
when. Yeah, he's not part of it anymore. So I think that's part of the decline
that's
too.
Probably why it's been weird.
So it was always like a loose telling of his like life.
Yeah.
So with him gone,
it's just now it's a writer's room.
A writer's room.
Right, same ideas, same characters.
Well, Matt Myra is pretty good.
Yeah, but how would they? It's just another one of those things, right? You have the person who's trying to rethink about funny shit from their childhood and all the stuff that they would do, and then embellish to get a episode written, and then you take that away and try to put that guy's character in situations that they never were in. It's not going to be as good. It explains a lot, actually.
Well, I mean, they're twisted up inside.
You're white, yeah.
You're
getting called out, Larry.
Need to say,
That's not even true.
Right. Yeah. Have you guys watched Obi-Wan?
Yes. I'm like halfway through the second episode.
I'm not yet, but by all means, talk about it. Because
it's early. There's no real spoilers.
Talk about it. I'm not going to watch that shit.
It's funny.
And you're not going to catch anything in the first
one thing
episodes.
I find that's funny is literally in the first episode. The first episode is literally the trailer. Like I said, the trailer that came out is because, like I said, everything that you think is going to happen, they kill everybody off. like there was a whole bunch of hubbub about, like I said, the Grand Inquisitor. Like, oh, like his model looks like crap, and like oh, this is gonna be. They literally kill that dude off at the first episode.
Did they?
Oh, was it the first episode or the second episode? Oh, maybe the second episode.
Maybe it's the second.
Early on.
Because I haven't seen that yet. Spoiler.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Second half, episode 2, spoilers. No, interesting. They don't. Those guys don't look very good. So if they're dead, I'm not sad. Will. It's Will.
Look at that dude.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's the truth. That's the bowl cut where mom just literally did the true bowl cut, right? The bowl upside down and then just cut around it.
Yeah, but like this season, his hair was like too short or something, and they tried to force the bowl cut. Like when he showed up for filming or something, it just doesn't look good.
It was terrible.
It's strange, and his clothes are bad. Like he's the most awkward character by far.
To be fair, that kid's always been awkward in the show.
I know, and I think that's kind of what they're going for too. But
you grew since the last time we fitted you. Now let's just
we're gonna keep you in the same clothes.
Keep it in those same clothes. You're the weird poor kid at school anyway, so let's just do it.
But they're not poor.
Yeah, because they're living in California now.
Yeah, they're not poor, and the mom's got money to do things. So it's weird.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about it again once everybody.
But yeah, Obi-Wan, like, it's.
I like it. I like it more than I thought I would so far.
It's okay. Like I said, it's way better than Book of Boba Fett.
That's what I was thinking too. Compared to that, like
compared to Boba Fett,
everything was better than Boba Fett though.
Yeah, like I've just
Boba Fett was awful.
I've been
doing
busy.
any of the memes thing?
Are they doing what?
Like, are they pulling any of the memes into the like in Sonic 2 when Knuckles shows up? Jim Carrey went, "I'll show you the way."
Yeah.
Like, are they doing meme things from, like they meme Obi-Wan all the time? Like I see Obi-Wan Kenobi memes constantly. Yeah. Are they pulling any of that in?
At some point, he's going to get a little hello there, like in there at some point in Obi-Wan. Where, I don't know.
Why do we like that? Why do we like that so much? They do that in Stranger Things too. Like Brenner said something that he said in like season 1, and it's like, oh, he said the thing that he says later on. Why do we like that so much? I like
it so much.
Yeah,
I like it when they say the name of the thing in the thing.
Oh, I still do it from CinemaSins. The CinemaSins roll credits. I was just watching The Fifth Element earlier, and at a certain point when the priest first sees Mila Jovovich, he goes, "The Fifth Element," and then passes out. And so I just audibly was like, "Roll credits!" like in the thing. So I love that. No, so Stranger Things was really great about having characters say stuff from their other movies in context within the show. And then it started to get like it got too cringy, memey. I think when Sean Astin goes through it, all the Goonies references. I was like, "Oh, you did one too many. You did one too many for me."
Never enough.
Never enough. But like Sonic was good because they did a lot of the stuff, but it was more subtle, right? Like, the fact that when he gets hit hard, he loses his rings.
It's expected.
It's expected, but like silly things. Like I said, when he gets Knuckles hits him and he spills all the rings in his bag get spilled.
Yeah.
Well, they did that in the first.
And they did that in the
first
one
movie too. Yeah,
but
I love it.
It's never like not fully called out that like, oh, this is what's like. They do it so just like pass and you'll miss it or don't think about it. And you're like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. He got this one thing that he has. It would have gotten knocked over in that explosion. But you're like, Sonic loses his rings in the games whenever he gets hit. Like this is the best thing. I actually did enjoy Sonic 2. I just watched it again since it's on
I still haven't seen
Paramount.
It's on Paramount.
It is. Rewatching it and reminds me like I forget those Sonic movies are so good.
The only thing that I didn't like about that, well, I don't want to talk about it if Jeremy hasn't seen it yet. There's a scene that I don't think needs to be in there. And Scott and Larry, I'm sure you feel the same way about it. You sure you don't mind, Jeremy?
I don't care. Go ahead.
The dance contest.
Oh yeah.
They could have saved the 10 minutes.
Calls back to Chip and Dale with the like has to have a dance sequence because it's a kids movie or whatever.
The only spoiler is when the dance sequence starts, you're gonna sit through a 10-minute dance sequence.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
like feel free to either forward or get up and go to the bathroom.
And the one thing I do appreciate about the sequel though is like outside of everything, right? You have Knuckles, Idris Elba, right?
Yeah.
You have the kind of all the characters playing it. They bring Tails into this, and they went like, you know what? The person who's done it forever, still actually pretty good. You're gonna still voice Tails in the show. Like it's not like they got a new actress.
It's a weird choice
or anything like that. They're just like, just get the person who originally did it. Like there's no
like Tails from the cartoon.
Tales from the cartoon and all the games, like the more recent games where they have the actual dialogue, right? It's that actress who plays Tails. And you're like, well, probably because usually they're the person that goes through all the instructional stuff, right? You hear that voice enough, like that voice is Tails to me. If you hear a voice other than that, I'm like, that's not Tails. Like, pretty sure it's the same one from Sonic Boom. Like so many like times that they've played that character, it makes sense that like they bring that one in.
Colleen O'Shaughnessy.
First off,
O'Shag Hennessy.
O'Shag Hennessy.
There you go. Thank you.
O'Shaughnessy.
Yeah, sure. Very Irish.
You ever watched the AA run? Yeah. Anyways, she has done it forever, and I very much appreciate that they're like, we can't replace you. And like
it's weird though, because we just talked about Chip and Dale, how like the main characters got replaced, but Gadget and Monterey Jack weren't replaced, right? So, or was Monterey
they were
Jack
the originals?
No, Monterey Jack was Eric Bana, dude.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was replaced. That was
Eric,
really? That was Eric Bana, the
Incredible
Monterey
Hulk.
Jack. Yeah, the Incredible Hulk also played Monterey Jack.
Yeah,
he just did it really well. That it was pretty. He apparently could mimic it.
Yeah,
because the first few times I was like, that sounds like him, but it's a little off. And it ended up it's Eric Bana.
It fooled me, man. So
I thought it was him.
Yeah, it's selective then. It's weird. Maybe they're just friends and they wanted her back. I don't know. Well,
maybe it's because he's dead. He was born in 1941.
The original guy.
Then he's probably Jack.
Because he was
probably dead.
He was in all the Transformers.
Oh, it's that guy?
That's Peter Cullen?
Yeah, Peter Cullen.
He's still alive, I'm pretty sure.
Peter Cullen's still alive.
He was just at a Comic-Con somewhere.
Yeah. He had an autograph in the bandbox that no one wanted.
I think he's still voicing Optimus Prime in the next Transformers movie.
Yeah, maybe they couldn't afford him.
That could be. He's like, I don't want.
Or when they filmed and because of his age, maybe he was. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all
like COVID or something. He didn't care.
COVID thing, but like,
this is beneath me.
Yeah. So okay, dude, two of the most famous voice actors actually played Monterey Jack because he also had Peter Cullen and Jim Cummings. Winnie the Pooh.
So speaking of Winnie the Pooh.
Duck.
Like, you're gonna talk about you?
Yeah. Are you guys excited as I am for the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, like the horror movie? Now that Winnie the Pooh is in public domain.
Yes,
I am 100%. So excited for this movie.
Where I did hear a rumor. I saw a photo where I actually saw Piglet too, right? Everyone's seen the picture of Pooh in that. I have seen
Piglet has like a like tusk
the
coming
warthog
out.
tusk, and apparently there is a rumor that they will eat Eeyore.
Not Eeyore.
Well, it's weird because not all of the characters are in the public domain yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Piglet and Pooh are, but like Tigger's not.
Yeah.
He came after.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for this movie though.
Yeah.
The fact that they can get away with basically calling him Winnie the Pooh,
and he looks basically like the Winnie the Pooh we all know.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be weird, right? Because Mickey Mouse is getting close to go in public.
Mickey Mouse is gonna be going public domain too pretty soon.
So
I'm just excited.
How's that gonna work?
There's gonna be some kid somewhere that's gonna basically searching for Winnie the Pooh, and they're gonna come across that.
Yeah.
That to me brings a smile to my face.
Fan. No, not anymore.
Mommy, what's happening?
Eeyore,
no.
All right, so when that comes out, we all have to watch it, and that has to be
Yeah,
podcast episode.
for sure.
That has
that will be
podcast episode written all over it.
That is,
it's right up our alley. I mean, the Banana Split movie.
That was a fun episode.
Was great. Right. You also have basically the other version of Five Nights at Freddy's with Willy's Wonderland, also something that we all enjoyed. So Nick Cage. So yeah, I'm down. Like, it has to be an episode.
Let's do it.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that to come out.
Right.
I know.
I was gonna say, speaking of things we can't wait for, Larry.
Yeah, yes, but I just have to say one thing real quick before it comes out. I saw a review of Miss Marvel because some people got to see the first 2 episodes, and they said it was like Marvel meets Mean Girls, and most people were mad. But I'm very excited for Marvel meets Mean Girls.
It sounds perfect.
I think it's going to be great.
I will give it a shot.
People are also speculating that she'll have her normal powers before the end of the.
Well, because they leaked the plot because I said the bracelets break at the end of the thing, and then the Terrigen mists actually come out of the bracelets.
Oh, okay. So she absorbs it.
So people can fucking relax.
Yeah. Settle the fuck down.
Yeah.
All right. So, cool. Real quick before we go on, I also just saw that Kevin Smith is coming to Hall H again at San Diego.
I saw that
with the potential screening of Clerks 3.
That would be huge for you.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. That'll be cool. You and Mike will have to meet up. Sneak in the side door and go watch Clerks.
Mike, I already know. I know the best route to go to get.
I know the sneaky side way if you have certain kind of pass.
Yeah.
So,
did Larry freeze?
Larry froze.
Larry froze.
There he is.
Diego too. So, I'm okay.
Larry's back. Larry's back.
That's
a little bit of a delay, but I think we're getting him back.
Okay. Weird. Kid, I'm gonna say the stuff that I say.
I think you're okay now.
Right. So yeah, that was a fun episode. If you want to find out more about those STS guys, you can follow us on Instagram. We're at STS Guys. We're also on Twitter at STS Guys, and we're on Facebook at the STS Guys. And I'm Larry from the STS Guys.
Chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain. Ding 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 ding.
And if you like coffee, or if you like cool hats, or if you like fun Discord communities, check out Lost Astronaut Coffee Company. That's right, Lost Astronaut Coffee Company. Not only do they have delicious coffee that you can enjoy at your home, they also have a great community and super supportive of us and other creators. So check them out, lostastronautcoffeecompany.com. If you use our link, you will save on your order. Lost Astronaut Coffee Company, it's the best.
It's the best.
And if you like podcasts, which I know you do, you should check out our friends who have podcasts.
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's right. Our podcast family, like Talking Pops, Pop Collectors Alliance, The Dorkspin, Secondary Heroes, Average Nerd Podcast, Nerdy Curious, Movie Retakes, The Toy Rewind Podcast, 3 Beers, and a Mic. Just a Little Podcast, and Raw Boys coming soon.
It's coming.
And shout out to all the other Cross the Streams media podcasts like Burn Appetit and Front Row Negative, because they're awesome.
Dan
too.
Aykroyd podcast.
And the Dan Aykroyd podcast, Art of Boar, what is Charles Bronson podcast. There's so many good podcasts at crossstreamsmedia.com, including the STS guys. Yay. Haven't kicked us out yet. Thanks, Dwayne.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So I don't know. I don't think I played this. I showed these guys this. We got a
You made a new thing.
I made a new thing. We found a thing. I'm going to play it because I think this is an appropriate time for it.
Good way to close out the episode.
A good way to close out the episode. You know you've made it when you get something like this.
I am Doug, and I think that the STS Guys Podcast is the best podcast around. Ask any of my totally not artificially intelligent friends. Catch them every Saturday night.
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
I hate that so much. His mouth makes me so sad.
It's so Uncanny Valley.
It's so cringy, but it's awesome.
It is so Uncanny Valley, but it's just there. We're like, dude, with a little bit more computing power, you could have made that shit look real.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Shout out to the chat. What's up, Nerdy Curious?
What's going on? All right.
That's all I got.
Jeremy, take us out.
So for episode 213 of the STS Guys, I've been Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Scott.
And we're the STS Guys. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.